YouTube? It's been a minute since the last time I did an update, but I felt I had to do a video and just do a quick update what's been happening. On the last video that I recorded, I haven't finished uploading it. I mean, it's uploaded, but I haven't finished doing the thumbnail and everything else, but I'm no longer gonna do it because it's no longer relevant. On that video I was talking about a quick prep update, how I just got a new coach and everything, but that actually has changed. I had put my trust in a new coach that I was hoping would get me ready for the show I'm doing in Mexico back home, and from the very beginning he told me I wasn't gonna be ready. He told me I had too much body fat and I was not gonna be ready naturally for this show, and I didn't care. All I wanted was to get as ready as possible in 7 weeks that I had at the time to do this show that I've been wanting to do back in my hometown. So almost every time that we talked, he never gave me any kind of encouragement like, oh, you're looking good or you're looking ready. Also, he just kept telling me that, you know, in a way he was joking to like use some supplements that would help me get ready maybe quicker, but all I wanted was to do a show naturally, because that's just what I've always wanted to do. I have nothing against people that do it other ways, but for me, all I wanted to do is in a natural way. Like, I don't want to put anything in my body that I don't know what it is and what it can potentially do, because anything that anybody does, I'm sure there's something that's gonna be, there's gonna be a price for it, and I don't want to do that to myself. So at first I was very happy because I was getting more food than I've ever had for a prep, and I was lifting heavier, so I was happy because of that, because I was getting more food. But I didn't know that what my coach was doing was trying to discourage me from doing this show by bulking me in a way. So one of the things that I wanted was to stay accountable. I wanted someone to like tell me exactly what to do, so I didn't have to do any of the guesswork, and I felt that I had to be asking for every single thing that I was expecting already. I had to ask constantly for what my workout split was going to be. I had to ask what my meals were going to be, and I didn't have the structure that I wanted to, that I had expected from the very beginning. So shortly after my first week, I got that time of the month, so I naturally was bloated. I naturally gained a little bit of weight, and I thought it was all water weight because of the time of the month. And I even texted him like, hey, I feel bloated, I think it might be because it's my period, and he said, oh, maybe. So that's about it. I also had a lot of trouble being able to go into the bathroom because I was having way too much protein, and he just suggested to consume some fiber gummies, which did help but not really. So I constantly felt bloated in the morning. I was having a hard time going to the bathroom, and that was a problem like almost every day. So after like a week or two after my period had already stopped, I was still having trouble losing weight, and I was still feeling bloated, and I felt like I was actually starting to gain weight instead of losing anything. So I expressed my concern that I wanted to have a different split, and all I was given was a different meal plan that have even more carbs, and it requested a lot more work on my workout than I could do based on my diet, I thought, at least. So after, you know, I added everything up on my fitness pal, I wanted to see like what I was really eating, because I wasn't questioning anything. I was just following what I was told, because again, I trusted this person to tell me and guide me in the right direction. And I was in a surplus of not only like protein but just calories altogether. And when you're prepping for a show, that's not exactly what you need to do and what you want to do, because you're trying to lean out, you're trying to cut. So I was told to eat over 2,000 calories. It was over 200 grams of protein, but it was crazy amount of food. After I talked to my coach, and I was like, hey, this is not, I don't think this is like the program that I need and what I should be doing. Let's try to do keto. That might help me like burn more fat before my show. I have 4 weeks to go, and he sent me a new program, and it still had carbs. It was still not keto. It was still like, I think it had like only 24 grams of protein, 24 grams of fat, which is pretty low for what I asked to get. He pretty much told me that he was trying to pull me away from the show that I wanted to do because I wasn't gonna be ready, and pretty much he sabotaged my prep so I would not do that show. And I can say that I was very disappointed, very upset, but obviously I chose to not continue with this coach because ultimately what I wanted was to get as ready as possible, and he did the opposite of that. He, instead of like helping me take like 1 or 2 steps closer, he took me like 5 steps farther away, and that's not cool. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I'm just saying that if you're prepping for a show, that you shouldn't go with someone with that, like completely in the dark. You should like always ask and know why something's happening, and if the progress is not happening the way that it should, you should like bring it to their attention if they're not doing it themselves, I guess. I learned that maybe I'm better off on my own, and it sucks because I mean I already invested so much time and money for this show that I want to do back home. I have my flight already booked since like a month and a half ago. I have my suit, I have my heels. I already told a lot of family and friends I'm gonna be in town for like 5 days for my show, and people are like wanting to go see me, and I don't want to back out from it because I've been wanting to do this show. The show that I wanted to do last was a local show, and one of the reasons why I didn't do it is because I actually went to this coach before he started prepping me, and I was like asking for his feedback, and he said he wouldn't recommend me doing it. So I was stupid me, listened to him, and I wish I wouldn't have, because I maybe wouldn't have been as ready either, but I would have at least done it and known that I did it. And I don't want to have the same feeling 3 weeks from now. The show that I'm going to be doing back in my hometown is 3 weeks from today. I've been doing keto for 3 days, and so far things are looking better, but we have a ways to go, so we'll see how things go. And just want to do a quick update what's happening. I will try to do more vlogging. I know I've been lagging, but a lot has been going on, and that's just what's happening right now. So yeah, so that's what's happening, and we'll see how things go. I'll be trying to stay more consistent with my videos, at least 2 a week, hopefully 3 or more, especially when we get closer and closer and closer to the show date, and it's gonna be great. So stay tuned for what's gonna happen, and I'll see you in the next video.